Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you a brand new Guardian mechanic that I've come up with and how to build a farm around it that is super easy and you don't have to clear out any water whatsoever. Spoiler alert, it is right in front of me. So yeah, this farm is super easy to build, but anyway, I'm going to be showing you the Guardian mechanic and just how much of an improvement this farm is over the counterpart without using this mechanic. So the mechanic in question is, of course, that Guardians are attracted to sea lanterns. I don't know if anybody's discovered this before, but I haven't managed to find anything. But from my testing, Guardians are definitely attracted to sea lanterns. And I'll show you a little bit of that testing right now. So if I set these to just regular blocks and set it to hard mode, you can see that these Guardians are they're spawning, and some making it into the catchment area simply because they either spawn in there or accidentally wander in there. But you can see there are a lot of Guardians just kind of sitting around and not going in the catchment system whatsoever. Just kind of taking up the mob cap and standing around and being useless. But if we set this back to peaceful mode right here and actually put the sea lanterns in, set it back to hard mode, you can see that the Guardians will spawn, and once again some will make their way into here, but you'll quickly see that there are far less Guardians sitting on the floor, and it's definitely more apparent over time as well. So while yes, this mechanic isn't totally flawless, you can see there are a lot less Guardians that are sitting around on the floor as opposed to not having sea lanterns, which I'll also show you really quickly. Again, if I make them not sea lanterns, then make it set to hard mode again, you can see straight away that there's a lot more Guardians just kind of sitting around. Look at all these guys, not doing anything. Alright, so now if you couldn't tell the difference between that, you'll definitely tell the difference with the drops. So I have gone ahead and cleared the hoppers down here. You'll see that there are no items and no items. And what I'm going to do is show you the difference between having the no sea lanterns and having the sea lanterns. So now let's change it to having no sea lanterns right here. I'm going to set a minute timer on my phone, and let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. And time. Alright, there we go. So that has been 1 minute right there. Let me set it back to peaceful, and I will show you the drops that I have gotten from this. So you could definitely tell before I set it to peaceful there are a lot of mobs just kind of sitting around on the floor, as I've said many times before. Anyway, let's check how many items we have. We have that and that. That is really not many, is it? I mean, across a minute, it kind of makes sense, but you'll definitely tell the difference between that and the next one. So you can see 13 prismarine shards, 5 prismarine crystals, and 8 cooked cod, which is still pretty good, but nowhere near as good as what this is. So now I'm going to reset my minute timer and start in 3, 2, 1, go. And time, there we go. So that has been exactly 1 minute for the Guardian farm, with the sea lantern. So now let's head down and check out the drops here real quick, and you can see we have that many items in 1 and that many items in 2. Already, before we even look at the other items in there, you can tell it is a lot more. So you can see there is almost double with the cod, there is more than double with the crystals, and quite a bit more than double with the prismarine shards. So this mechanic definitely helps a lot when it comes to Guardian farms, and you can definitely tell the difference even with just a minute. So now I'm going to show you how to build this farm, the general outline of the numbers and stuff that you need to know, and so I'm going to get into that now. So the first thing you need to know is that you need to clear out the whole ocean monument. So that might be a little bit difficult, but it's not too bad. You can use this mechanic where basically you destroy part of an ocean monument, and the further you get towards the end, the less light sources there are, so the more the Guardians will congregate around an area that you haven't cleared out yet. Screenshots on screen now. So what you can do is actually, if you're working on clearing out an area over here but there's lots of Guardians, what you can do is go ahead and just place loads of sea lanterns over in this kind of area, so all the Guardians will congregate over there and not go there. Screenshots on screen now. So those screenshots that were on screen are taken from an actual survival world that I've been playing on, and yeah, you can see with that farm it definitely helped to clear that out. But the next thing you need to know is that from each corner, once you have this cleared out, you also want to fill in this little area. There should be an area cleared out here. Just fill that in with prismarine or something. And do note that none of these blocks have to be glass. They can be whatever blocks you want, but make sure these blocks are solid blocks that light can't pass through. Otherwise the Guardians obsess over the lava that is producing light right here. The Guardians will sit here and rub their, I don't even know, next to it, rub their Guardian face, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you put those with solid blocks. But what you want to do is count out from the corners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And once you hit 14 blocks, then that's where the soul sand pad, the first soul sand pad starts. And then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you dig out a 7x7 area right here and fill it with soul sand, except for the middle. That doesn't have to be soul sand, but I guess you can if you want. And then just basically build up sea lanterns all the way up here until you get to 6 blocks below what will be up here. So from the surface of the water, right here, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an extra 2 on top of that. Now the water catchment system sticks out 4 blocks up like this, and then it goes along like this, down, along, and make sure that you put in these slabs. Now these can be signs as well, they don't have to necessarily be fence gates, but signs or fence gates, either one. But make sure you have these slabs here, because basically what happens if you don't have the slabs is, if I replace these with solid blocks, the Guardians will, for just a split second, as they get to the edge of this block, discover, oh, this is a solid block, and then they'll jump up and then jump back here, and then the cycle will repeat, and this is amplified right over here. But with the slabs, what happens is that if I just replace these with slabs right here, what happens is basically the Guardians won't be on solid ground when they get pushed off, so they won't be able to bounce off any object. So yeah, they'll just kind of be falling from now and then all the way in there, instead of hitting a solid object first. So make sure you put those slabs on everywhere, pretty much. And it's just a general good idea for mob farms, iron farms especially, because iron golems don't like to move anywhere. Another issue is these fish, but I don't really know what you can do about the fish, unfortunately. But either way, and then you just want to do in kind of a formation like you see here, and then run it down, and then this will go into the catchment system, and basically drop it down by a few blocks. If you want to know the specifics, right under the water stream from where the slabs are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there are 3 blocks of lava, 3 thick lava thing, and then I've just got signs. You can also use fence gates if you want. And then it's just a drop down into hoppers, or you can make it a drop into either hoppers, or you can have a dispenser dispensing water, so you can have dispensers right here and then put water in them, and basically what that'll do is mean the Guardians won't die from fall damage, and you can essentially kill them for XP, and that's basically how that works. Anyway, pretty much the last thing you'd need to know to build this farm is just, if you put these sea lanterns in here, I'm not actually sure if it works or not, but the Guardians may get focused on it and go towards the center more instead of trying to swim back, because a real problem with this farm is that the Guardians like to try and swim backwards in the water current, and they're pretty good at that. So yeah, it's kind of hard to break their concentration, I guess, with that kind of thing. Anyway guys, I really hope you found this video useful, and let me know if you build this farm in a survival world, and let me know how it goes. Yeah, I'll be very curious to know. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.